Assholes Anonymous is sponsored by Executive Art and Bazaar the Coffee Bar. Check us out on the Executive Art YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Hey, hello, good people.
Hello.
We are back.
Again.
It is us.
Not canceled.
Assholes Anonymous in the building.
We weren't canceled. That's amazing.
Who would ever
got that right? Thank you.
Who would
to the
ever
one
want to
fan.
cancel us?
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
In Bazaar, the coffee bar. You know what I'm saying?
Hello?
Yeah, well,
here it goes,
we
right
like
here.
to
Here it goes, right there.
extend, you know what I'm saying?
By your powers combined, we are black and white.
I was about to
We
say.
like,
I was gonna say salt and pepper or some shit like that. I'm pepper, you're salt.
work.
and
But,
the owner of Bazaar had been down for a little while, and he back. We just wanted glad that he made it back through.
Yeah.
And
he shook that shit
Good
off.
job, darkness.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Little chocolate chip, he made it through.
Got that
He'll
right.
be all right.
The Baron of bathroom. The Baron of bathroom hooch.
Right. Shouts out to him.
Bazaar the Coffee Bar being one of our sponsors, and Executive Art. You know,
And we-
one of the great pioneers of artwork inside of this establishment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
and not to mention some of our other most fabulous
as we'll get
sponsors.
into, we shall get into those throughout the podcast.
Throughout the podcast.
We'll let them know.
You know.
Oh, that's
Gotta let them know.
like the ads in between. That'll be dope.
Yeah. We
Like
making
commercials.
we making it work.
YouTube about to do it anyway, so we might as well do it. You know what I'm saying?
YouTube on some shit.
Preemptive.
YouTube raping us.
And
with
I
commercials.
am
Leroy,
your
I apologize.
extravagant and
Sahib.
incredibly, you know what I'm saying, intelligent and beautiful host. King Keno in the building. And next to me, I got my man.
You ain't got no more adjectives to throw in there?
Hey, listen, I don't have to do too much today. I am great. You know what I'm saying? That's where it starts at.
I am the man that they call Hair God, a.k.a. Razor Ramon, a.k.a. Birmingham
I'm
Drake.
Drake. You're gonna miss me a little when I'm gone.
And some days I do feel like Pablo.
Gone. And to the west of him,
You have the best of him.
okay, the
Okay.
best of him, I'm talking about
Ow, it's your boy Jay Wood.
Okay.
AKA Black Power.
Darkness.
Darkness.
Darkness is in the building.
Shouts out to the Pleasant Grove spawns. We got that rematch with Ramsey. You see your boy didn't show up today. Max, he didn't show up. Oh, I said their name. I meant that school.
The
that
hood,
school, yeah. That school over there
The
on the
hood Hulk
landfill.
Hogan did not show up today.
Yeah. We're going to send him back to that landfill on the south side. Can't stand him. Can't stand him. I hate him.
And next to him,
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Bessemer Mark in the building.
Got that right.
Bessemer
Bricks.
Mark,
All white bricks
all day long.
all day. You already know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Seven for the hometown hero.
After the aftermath of
The greatest verses of all time.
the versus battle.
Yo.
That was like, it was like Floyd versus Pacquiao, bro.
Nah,
Nah.
man, that shit was...
That
That's a good analogy.
And the way that it was.
It was a good analogy.
built.
And the way that it ended. It was the same type.
It gave me Nas and Jay-Z vibes at Summer Jam at the end.
I mean, I was trying
at the end.
Jay-Z ain't never caught nobody in his life.
No.
I'm talking about. I ain't comparing like they history and shit. I'm talking about the vibe at the end where kumbaya, they held hands at the end.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Pookie Loke's son watching from a distance like you motherfucker.
Wow,
Hey,
Oh, y'all are terrible.
harsh.
Bruh,
Hard.
who is terrible? This man played a whole diss track where he bragged about killing this man. and then it ain't even the fact that he played the song. I'm talking about it's like afterwards he was like, damn. Damn. We smoking on Pookie Loke tonight. And damn Jesus standing in the background saying, I tell you what, more times than a white car salesman and shit. And then gave that Martin Luther King speech and shit like that. Bruh, play Stay Strapped and keep it moving.
Nah, he can't.
Wow.
He can't indict himself by
You're upset about this.
And
you wanted to see the blood.
And
I
you-
did.
And
Spoken like a young nigga.
yeah, young ignorant. Ignorant.
Really out of control.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Plays
Like
NBA young boy.
Jeezy.
I do not fuck with NBA young boy.
Jeezy did what he needed to do in order to bring that together on some grown man shit.
And
for all those who criticized him for doing what he did, it had to be done.
It had to be done.
It did.
So-
But I will say this, and then I'm done. At the end of the day, Gucci being still mad at Jeezy is fugazi. And I'm going to say that because the fact that the shit happened 15 years ago, right?
Right.
So within them 15 years, minus the part where you went to jail and shit like that, you had all the time in the world to actually enact your revenge that you were so hurt by and shit like that. Now, granted, I'm not going to be probably best friends with a motherfucker that hyped another motherfucker up to go and shoot me. But
Bruh.
at the end of the day, on some street shit, if it was that big of a deal to you, you could have went and handled it. And if you don't handle it, and if you don't handle it, you got people in your corner willing to prove themselves to you that'll go do it for you.
That makes no sense at all.
Right. That's what happened to Pookie Loc.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
But like my whole thing about it is, if you're not willing to go to that limit, if you're not willing to take it there, then leave it alone.
No. Here's what I'm gonna say about this. Number one, Gucci was in a position where he could not respond straight. And here's the reason why. If Gucci had failed and broke his leg, the number one suspect is Gucci.
True.
Right?
If Jeezy had failed.
So like,
you okay?
So like, he was in a no-win, honestly.
Right.
He was in a no-win. So like him being able to event on that stage was the only way he could get that out of his system. It's like, man, when you need closure on something, I know a lot of women always talk about closure, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And I always tell them, I don't owe you shit. This is what they mean by, hey, I just got to get it out so that I can move on.
Right.
Other piece of this is, Gucci spent 15 years not knowing if a nigga was going to show up in there and try to kill him.
Right.
But the PTSD of that
Right.
is what he's dealt with, probably led to his drug use and his subsequent, rehabilitation. I give kudos to Gucci for us being witness to him working through his therapy session to get past this.
Okay.
Right.
I give kudos to Jeezy for being man enough to sit the stage for it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think both of them did a great job. Was it pretty? No, but going through tough, real things isn't gonna be pretty.
All right.
It's the resolution that actually matters. So man, I was proud of both of them boys. I'm glad both can actually,
Put the shit to rest.
walk around and not feel. Anxiety is real for like black men, and 15 years of anxiety on fucking both sides. Because if you Jeezy, you don't know if you walking through zone 4 and a nigga made it pop you on the strength of Gucci my boy, or like I'm his biggest fan type shit.
Or I'm trying to prove myself to somebody that look up to him.
Yeah, but let me say this. I mean, because I think a lot of us are saying, on the street level this, on the gangster level this, on some but I'm saying a lot of when I say a lot of us, I'm talking about a lot of black people. And I think one of the issues that we have here in this in Western black society, and I'm not just talking about like America, but I'm talking about the Americas, and I'm talking about like even our friends across the pond.
Right.
We're thinking about it on a very micro level, right? So let's just take the United States and Russia for instance, right?
Right.
These niggas just sent on the SpaceX. I mean, like these two countries that don't fuck with each other like that for real. Just sent two people, or I think no, 6 people to the ISS. Right. You know what I'm saying? In orbit, right? I'm saying time out. You know what I'm saying? China. I mean, like we. The only reason that the United States talks like extremely bad about China is because niggas don't know shit about Sichuan province. You know what I'm saying? Right. Niggas don't know nothing about Shanghai and how Shanghai used to look like fucking Inslee in 1987. Right? I'm just saying. Like niggas don't know about that shit though. But who invested in these areas? I mean, like China wasn't the only place investing in these in their areas, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how did they become this? I'm just saying. So, or just think about some of the relationships that we had with Arabian countries and stuff like that. So, to bring this shit all the way back around to Gucci and Jeezy, who's to say that the issue is really resolved? You know what I'm saying? Okay. I like, you know what I'm saying? I rap about our own, I'm a master's, baby. Ain't that what Gucci said? He came on there. He was able to perform all of his songs if he wanted
all
to.
the way through.
And I know a lot of people say, well, Jeezy owned all his masters.
No, he does
No,
not.
he does not.
No.
That's not
That's
true.
why he took that job with Def Jam.
Right.
He just took to go try to pull a Jay-Z
Right.
to get his masters back.
Right. I mean,
let's
but
not be fooled.
Right. I mean, but even when Jeezy said for the culture, per the culture, let's just think about this. When Jeezy said, you know what I'm saying, shit, I own half Atlanta. Nigga, no, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the black businesses in Atlanta, inner city Atlanta, are along Auburn Avenue and in that particular area of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a Confederate city, so it sounds good. It sounds real good. I'm just saying though, like when you're really trying to say, I got more money than you and all that stuff, and people are saying, man, Gucci was saying, you know what I'm saying, he got more money than him and all that stuff. Jeezy said the same thing. He just said it in a different way that sounds more palatable to you. And because you're
Sounds
LLC
more
this
educated.
and LLC that, you think, like, nigga, shut the fuck up.
Well,
And put that goddamn Koofy hat up.
Right, because that LLC ain't gonna mean shit. He slapped you across the face, nigga. You gonna be,
well, speaking of propaganda, since we speaking of propaganda, okay, so lately
I love y'all though.
we
All of y'all.
we going into today. We gonna really go into leverage.
Except the liberals.
I love
You know, yeah.
don't know
We're gonna
shit
go into a
about
lot of
this. I'm
leverage
sorry, I'm
today.
just bullshitting.
One of the things is we got to start off. We talking about Trump, and the strategy behind him trying to steal the election.
I
Right?
love this nigga, dog. He is one of my favorite public figures. I swear to God.
Oh, this is
swear to
my
God.
time on Twitter. Finna go. finally shine.
Now, the one thing about Trump
He's
that
one of my favorites.
him being out and about, one thing that he has proven, and black people need to pay this a lot of attention. One thing that he has proven to us in general is that
Never mind. No.
God has no place in politics.
Got that right.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? So
It never did.
when they say God and country, you automatically should know that's a lie.
A whole lie.
You know what I'm
My
saying?
sponsor started tingling. I'm
You
sorry.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When they say that, that's a whole lie.
Yeah.
Reason being is that everything that they've done has been strictly for power grab, not necessarily for you know what I'm saying, in the name of we gonna do the right thing.
And
Okay.
a lot of them Republicans are starting to wake up to that shit.
No. Here's
Some
the
of them
thing.
are.
No,
they ain't.
No, they not.
No.
I know you the resident Trump supporter.
Oh my God. That's
Let me
so
go
fucked
Y'all
up.
not finna do this.
Don't do that.
Y'all not.
Hold on.
Okay.
Don't do that young black
I'ma
man
let-
like
I'ma
that on
let you do you.
television.
I'ma
Let me
let you
say
do you.
this. Hear what y'all missing about this God and country thing.
Not God in country.
What they understand is nothing has galvanized, AKA manipulated more people than religion. So to associate them to gives them power. That's number one. So like, man, what Trump doing with this God and country thing is brilliant. It is Machiavellian, which I know.
So they
set
make
it up, you know.
they made God a tactic, a strategy.
Absolutely.
God is a
Man, the
tactic.
church
It's
been
not.
the greatest
It's not.
venue.
It's not a real thing.
Nah.
No, but
You know how many
and-
movements have been started off of religion?
But the only God they love is the real God. Guns, oil, and drugs. That's what America
Hey,
respect.
don't kill a child.
That's how America get down. That's how shit move forward. Guns, oil, and drugs. When they say God, that's what they mean.
But this is what I'm
You know what I'm saying? So
What?
Here. Okay. No, go ahead. Go
All right,
ahead.
thank
Go
you.
ahead.
This is why I said Donald Trump was one of my favorite public figures. It's not necessarily that I vote for him all stuff, but it's just no. See, y'all get mad and all that stuff.
No.
Y'all getting mad at all this stuff. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Get smart. You know what I'm saying? Become a copycat. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best people, some of the most enriched people on the face of the earth are people who are copycats. So dig it. Oh, my man. And what's funny is Joe Biden did the same thing to everybody.
Right.
And a lot of people are pretending that they don't even recognize it.
Right.
So all Donald Trump is doing is he recognizes that these people aren't going to submit to the idea. It's not even the fact that it is a truth. It's just the simple idea that Biden could be president. You have he has at least 70 million votes, right?
Yep.
Okay.
70 million followers.
So that's 70 million followers, right? That's 70 million people who have this idea that Biden is not their president, right? So think about this. Even before all of this started, part of even the number that's not in that 70 million the number that's not in that 70 million. I want to repeat the number that's not in that 70 million.
Come on, Pastor.
Okay?
Come on.
Those people are the same people that he was telling, don't mail it in. Don't mail in vote.
Go out and vote.
So wait.
It's going to be a great turnout.
Right. So now what he's did. So right. Now it's fun. Now y'all see the whoop, right? Now y'all see the whoop. Dig. Now what I'm don't vote, don't mail it in.
Just go out. Don't worry about Sleepy Joe.
They're trying to muddy the numbers.
They're trying to mutter.
And so he still said it's the same. He's been trumpeting, no pun intended, but he's been B-flat trumpeting the same tune, right? Since the beginning of all this. He said he's been saying it since 2019.
16.
Right, 16. Exactly. If I lose, it's a conspiracy. He's never left this message. So you have people who didn't even get up to go vote because they thought it was a sure thing. Now, check this out.
Come on with it.
On another level, did the same thing. There's people that he didn't even entertain because he's like, those people aren't going to vote for me anyway. Most of those people look like the 4 people sitting up here. Young black men. I'm just saying. Okay, so, but people don't see the whoop. I mean, roll your eyes all you want to. You don't see the whoop, but it's just like, there's people who I'm not going to engage. There's people who I'm going to tell to disengage. And the only reason I'm doing it is for posturing. It's not so much that I'm not even interested in these people because I'm very much interested in these people.
But I know how to get away around them.
I have to, but as far
I gotta get in power first.
Exactly, but as far as using these particular groups and placing these particular groups into a particular mind state, using the mediums that I have to massage them into a certain state of mind, okay? Using the tools I'm saying,
I said I'm going to get him
I'm
one.
just saying, using the tools that I have at hand, messengers that I have at hand, okay? Because it's a whole bunch of YouTube videos. Man, fuck Biden, fuck Trump. Neither one of them are for us. Who you think funding these people? I'm just saying. I got my black ass up and voted, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? So it's
you ready for me to go ahead?
So people, namely, blue dog Democrats, y'all can roll y'all eyes all y'all want to.
Fuck you, blue checks.
The whoop was in there, cuz.
You got to understand inside of this situation, we're gonna look at it from a leverage point of view.
Right.
If you're gonna look at it from that perspective,
Exactly.
both of them was using leverage in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing about the Democratic Party that we can all admit.
They have control. They have control over the media.
Not even media.
It's a whole.
You missing the point.
Apparatus.
It was a whole segment of the population that they didn't speak to. They didn't speak to black males at all.
They didn't have to because all they knew because all they had to do was just really reach to the black woman, and they knew like it was going to trickle down to us.
So what ended up happening? What ended up happening is a lot of those 70 million votes that went to Trump. A lot of them probably was black men.
Not as many.
18%.
I was
about to say 18%.
It was a bigger percentage.
But that's 18% of the black electorate. That's not 18% of the total electorate.
Right.
And so when you say it sounds a certain
But
way.
here's what you missing though, man.
But 18% is extremely low because that's still
that's extremely high.
For us?
For us,
I'm saying
when you're dealing with
For us,
I'm saying
that's high as shit.
That's an extremely low for a whole block of people. That's an extremely low. Low exercise of your political. Of your political.
You saying that? No. That's not
all
real.
these different people to vote for.
You just said we living in a country that's half divided, 50-50, right?
Because of the two parties.
18% changes the whole dynamic of a whole election.
it does.
I mean, I know it does. I'm not.
But it's the big.
I know it does. But this is the point that I'm making. So let's just say that 18% was what was the Hispanic males number, because it was extremely high.
It was like 30.
Hispanics high key fuck with them heavy.
Okay, so but this is what I'm saying. How many, and I hate saying that. How many people that speak the Spanish language? Okay, that speak Spanish as a first language or speak Spanish as the language of home. How many of those people are there in this country? It's about 45 million black people. It's about 47 to 50 5 million Hispanic people, right? Just it depends on how they identify.
Yeah.
So you're talking about 46% of that population. Then you're talking about 18%, and we're both considered minorities. You know, I'm just.
Hold on.
It's really only gonna be a matter of time before they start doing campaign videos with sombreros
Spanish-speaking
on.
people was voting Republican anyway most of the time.
Right. They were.
They weren't Democratic voters.
I mean, like,
That's what happened in Florida. You know what I'm saying? You talking about hanging chads and all that shit.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? It was them Cubans wasn't voting for no Democrat
at all.
Oh fuck no.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get away from the fact of saying those they wasn't voting that way anyway. Like I said, the country divided 50-50. You trying to get votes in the middle. And if you can pull 18% from the other side,
that's big.
That's a big
all right,
move.
I got the exit poll. 12% of black men.
Okay.
Mike, 12% of black men. So you said y'all said 18%.
12.
I mean, so
12
that
is
6% is still that's an extremely low drop by y'all measure when y'all say that 18 is high.
I mean, even with 12.
But
How many voted for Barack?
Exactly.
Shit, everybody.
95%.
Every fucking body.
So even with that being said, he got a bigger percentage of the black vote than any other president. You know what I'm saying?
The black man vote.
Male vote in the last
Kennedy. Since
so let's not trip and say, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things that went real. You had a whole party that didn't speak to black dudes.
If you don't vote for me,
all.
you're not black.
And what you did was
black men keep
Obama. Okay, and this goes to the next point.
I'm just saying all these things that black women say.
Went on 60 Minutes.
Right.
Obama went on 60 Minutes and said that he felt like the reason why black men vote for Donald Trump was because of rap music.
That's almost like saying Ronald Reagan is responsible.
That was one of the most disconnected comments.
What he was trying to say, and
Nobody caught
he
that.
fucked up, is he wanted to say that. He wanted to say because people want proximity to power or money. You know what I'm saying?
They thought of
that
him.
is why. And because
Hold on.
and I mean, I'm not necessarily agreeing with it. I'm not necessarily agreeing with it or disagreeing with it.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's what
you felt. That's what you felt like you said. Okay, I got it.
Here's the thing. Number one, the demographic of black males who voted for Trump, that wouldn't make sense for because it was middle-aged to senior black men. Right.
It's already making
boomers.
Here's the reason why, though. Because those black men see the world the same way as those middle America white males see the world.
Right.
True.
That's the reason why they voted the exact same way. They worked at the same fucking plant that both of them got laid off at.
Right.
And that's the issue that the Democrats don't have. Another point, overarching point.
Overarching.
Yeah.
So nobody want to argue what I said earlier?
No.
Say it again. I'll argue.
We ignore that.
Quit.
No, but
let that shit go. Let that shit go.
Y'all ass know my favorite movie is The Godfather, right? One of the things said in The Godfather was never hate your enemy because it clouds your judgment.
Easy.
This is why as soon as we said Trump, people started flipping out when they should be learning from his tactics because
that derangement
very, very effective.
That derangement syndrome is real.
That's why we have halftime adjustments. And that's how Nick Saban be kicking ass sometimes when he be in tough games.
No. He tells the motherfuckers, "I'm taking them keys to them cars back." Goddamn, that's what happens.
Actually, Trump showed black people how we should move.
He absolutely did, and
because they move in pure one-step power, even if they don't like it.
And
they stacked the Supreme Court.
That's
right. So if this shit go to the Supreme Court at any level, he don't mind losing all these judgments. If it go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is the people that make the decision about how these votes gonna be counted, he just won.
Which it won't get that far, but if it does, you're right.
You hope it don't get that far.
We're hoping, but we actually see the wheels of
it's turning.
Justice. They're turning at the slowest pace they possibly can.
You know how many people that call Donald Trump a jackass that's in lockstep with him right now?
All of them.
Move and they moving in one single mode. Even if they congratulating Biden and Harris, they moving in one direction.
Because power,
whatever the
but they
fuck he say.
Because he's in charge of the party.
But because they puppet him.
No.
No, he got a bullet pulpit and he using it. Right?
He uses his
He's
leverage.
using the fuck out of
Like,
it.
no one else has
he
no-
does have leverage, but I'm saying, but do you think that the party itself, the Republican Party, doesn't have leverage?
No, they don't. He has.
No, cuz.
We got
Or
an
the
off-camera mic
highest
over there. if you
Off
wanna
camera
speak.
mic.
It, because they need to maintain Georgia. Trump, no matter what people say, if they lose Georgia, they lose all power. So like, they gonna stay in
the Senate race that's coming up.
Right.
Right.
Which means-
but that's what I'm
Which
talking
means that
about.
theoretically,
That's what I'm talking
they
about.
could literally in the next year say, "Hey, we're gonna add 5 more justices. Fuck y'all. We're gonna take the majority back."
And
They have the ultimate
one
power.
more thing that I add about this whole thing. This is how crazy it is, right? If Trump is talking about invalidating all these votes, all these people in these states like Michigan and Wisconsin, this, that, and the
He's
other.
gonna fuck over the people in the
Not
Senate.
only that, that mean he invalidates those Republicans who won in them states.
Exactly.
Because that mean that they vote don't count neither.
Right,
All
right.
that shit fucked up, and they still rolling with him.
And that's-
100%.
And that's the reason why didn't nobody really take up for his ass when the shit happened.
No, they are taking up for. Not for real.
all of them.
Not for real.
Basically, what he's
No.
saying is that all these votes inside of these communities, which was mostly black, was miscounted the wrong way. You know, this, that, and the other, inside of these states. Period.
Right.
He's not disputing any states that he won.
He's not.
Counties.
Counties.
But inside of that though, any Republican that won inside of that situation,
They're getting recounted.
if you saying that the votes changed from him to Biden, most of them people voted straight ticket. So that means that all them Republicans who won didn't fucking win.
Exactly.
You gotta discount all them ballots.
All of them.
Because them people didn't go in there and vote one person. Most of them voted straight ticket. So if that's the case, that means that inside that situation, those Republican people that won inside of those states, even around those areas, you invalidate their elections.
Which is why
And
I
yet
say
they
they're not
still-
defending him.
No, they defended him.
Man,
They lockstep.
they're-
Giuliani, Giuliani with his
Mitt
damn
Romney
hair
is-
dye fucking falling out. And goddamn,
Mitt Romney only hated him anyway. Mitt Romney was against him from
it's
Jump
only
Street.
the extreme
He
wings
never
of the
been
party,
with
but
him.
you have to look at. I mean, like, all right, I'm
most of the people that's defending him are
hey,
people
y'all
that
know
have
what I'm
no
saying,
say so.
man?
Yeah.
Hold on, go
What
ahead,
you
Bob.
saying, my man?
This nigga.
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
It's a give-take situation with Trump and the Republican
Make sure
Party.
you Yeah.
Trump
I can handle
has a base.
Right.
Republican Party wants.
Right.
So they don't necessarily agree with Trump, but his base is so
big.
strong.
Yeah,
Right.
The base. And then on the other hand, far as the
base.
justices,
come back for the crack,
is
they
what
came
the
back for the
Republicans
base.
want.
Right.
So if Trump get him a little bit, they give Trump a little bit. They just going back and forth. They don't like Trump.
No, they don't.
Been through who they don't like.
That's what I'm saying.
They want
It's
they want
leverage.
like you
It's
said,
leverage.
yeah,
It's
they
leverage.
want the power that Trump has to control a certain demographic.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying, brother. That's what I'm
That's
saying,
what
though.
it is.
And so it's just like how you saying how Trump has a base. That's one of the things. That's one of the reasons that a lot of people in the Democrat Party, or if you want, not even want to call it the Democrat Party, the progressive movement, got upset
Fuck
with
progressives.
got upset
Oh
with
my God,
the
it's fucking-
establishment simply because that's not who they wanted. They didn't want Biden. They didn't want Kamala. So you had this split with them. So it's twin things happening in both parties.
No, it's not.
Why not?
I'm gonna tell you why it's not.
Why not?
Because
My bad, brother.
Because
you got a whole.
No, hold on, man.
AOC's
It's not the
like-
same. It's not the
Let me
same.
school you on this. It's not happening, and it's
Bartender.
very, very clear why it's not happening.
Why?
Number one, Republicans hate Trump, but they still support what he does, and they do not separate from him.
Right.
Right.
They do business with their enemy.
Okay.
Right. Just like Jeezy and Gucci finna do, right?
Right.
I can be your enemy and still do business, right?
Right.
Like black people should be doing.
Right, but we don't know. Yeah,
We don't.
Right.
The Democratic Party damn near tore itself apart because of that. There were no Republican ever stepped away from each other, even though we don't agree on how he operates.
Right.
The church let a man with 3 wives, 8 hookers.
Right.
They let him lead them because hold on, man.
Terrible,
because they knew he was gonna put people on that
They
court
said
who
God
gonna get
chose
rid
him.
of abortion.
Right.
They're loyal
They
to.
made a deal with him.
Right.
And they stayed
said
lockstep.
God chose
him. The deal with the devil.
Business. When you hate your enemy and cloud your judgment.
Right.
They judged it when they clouded. They knew if we put them in there, we gonna get our ultimate prize. To damn be my ego.
Right.
That's how they got.
And I'm gonna get the business done.
That's how they got.
And when we as black people start operating like that,
that's how they got.
we gonna change.
See, we missed the mark. Just like back in the day, Theodore Roosevelt was speaking to the black leadership, and he said, "Yeah, I understand the plight of the black people." He said, "I understand that I understand that they need help, that they suffering right now in America."
Right.
Then he turned around and said, "But can y'all make me do it?
That's exactly what he said.
Can y'all make me help?
And that's leverage.
And if you can't make me do it, get the fuck out of my office." This is what the situation boils down to now. We have a situation where we start looking at stuff from a heartfelt, you know what I'm saying?
Emotional.
You should do this right. Nobody is operating. When you operate in politics, you're not operating on right and wrong.
Or morality at all.
I tell people that all the
So
time.
God is a tactic. It's a
Always.
strategy.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a politics is about power and money. It is not
just power
about
and
how
money.
you feeling.
it's not just power and money.
Oh shit, it's power and money completely.
It's power and money.
It's
You know what
not-
I'm saying,
I-
bruh?
And the party.
Bruh, the way that they break, they've segment up these neighborhoods and communities in order for some votes to be discounted, right?
Right.
Gerrymandering.
So you'll have a city like Birmingham that's predominantly black that
and
vote
have one fucking congressperson.
right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But how they divvy it up?
How, B?
Okay, so for the
Right.
people who don't know that ain't a part of Birmingham, right?
Right.
Let's put this in perspective, right? We in the city inside the downtown area of Birmingham, right?
Right.
And all around us is these surrounding cities. So you have the Hoovers and the Pelhams and the Terrence and the blah, 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 this, that, and other. But little do most of the people know, you can go down past Hoover, you know what I'm saying? Down
Right.
past all these other places to another area that's 40 miles, 50 miles outside of Birmingham, and it's Birmingham.
Right.
Bro, the addresses are
On 280
Birmingham addresses.
On 280 is chop the fuck up.
Right. So you have a big community which is called Greystone that most people think is just Hoover, right? But the front part of Greystone is actually Birmingham. Birmingham police go over there.
All the time.
Yeah, man. How you think Mr. Arrington,
Now,
Arrington was running from the mountain?
Hey. But here go.
He was
It's in the city, though.
But even with it being Birmingham, let me tell you what Birmingham don't do over there in Greystone. Where all the people with money, you know what I'm saying, live and this, that, and other. They don't do roadblocks.
For what?
You know what I'm saying? They don't do random stops.
For what? Ain't no
Wait,
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
We
Is that
paid, nigga.
Why do I need to do a roadblock when I know I'm not gonna get nothing?
What you mean? That community has more
that
drugs
part.
in it per capita.
I'm not
than
gonna
any-
get nothing. It's
No.
that part.
Look.
That
all
community-
That part is for after the podcast.
No. It's been
They
proven.
tag is in
It's
here.
per capita. That community has more drugs in it.
It ain't even about the drugs.
Okay, then why you stop?
Imagine. I'm saying, this is what I'm saying.
Bogun.
Imagine.
It's
my
revenue.
Tag, my tag is perfect. My
Okay,
record
so-
is perfect. I got all the dope in the car. And you can't fuck with me, and I ain't got no record. Okay, I'm a nigga with a record, so I'm just saying I know how.
You don't know that.
I'm just telling you
You
how
don't
it
know
go.
how many people over there actually
mean I
got
don't know?
tagged. How many people over there got tagged?
You can drive around
You know what I'm saying?
with no tag now.
Look.
I want to incriminate myself so bad right now.
If you go,
I'm trying real hard.
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm trying real hard.
Here go a little secret that most of us don't pay no attention to, right?
You feel me?
Most
trying
exotic
real
car
hard.
owners, the ones the 100,000 and up, right? They don't get a tag.
Hey, bro, it's the fifth mic.
So with that being said, it's easy to put a roadblock over there and be able to search a car.
Yeah.
That's illegal. Because most of them over there fucking illegal.
Most of them are.
Okay.
Okay then, but you don't do that. You know why you don't do that? Because policing is not about it's not about serving and protecting the community. Right?
You know what?
It's about.
I'm gonna talk to you through a third person.
It's about enforcing and collecting. You enforcing the law and you collecting revenue. That's what policing is about now. They don't even have serve and protect on cars. Go out here and look and try to find one and see serve and protect on a police car. You will not find.
Let me say this.
What?
All right, because when I say I was out there, I don't say that shit like it's a badge of honor. Niggas was out there, right?
Okay.
So I remember once upon a time when Inverness Lakes, when there was a such thing as Inverness Lakes. You know the apartments behind Home Depot, they're not called Inverness Lakes anymore.
Right.
They've gone through so many different iterations. Now, when we talk about crime, and we talk about crime in this community, and we talk about crime in the richer community, if you will, at one point, niggas was getting murked off all the time over there. Between 2006 and 2010, Inverness Lakes behind that Home Depot was off some shit. I remember that time that six Mexicans got killed one year.
Yeah.
The next year it was 6 Koreans. And the shit was crazy as fuck because the
they
dope was
selling
over
dope.
there.
Yeah,
But wait. So, but now, at the same time, I worked for a law firm. The same time I was living the life, I was working for a law firm that was right there in Chelsea, right along 280, right? Now, the Greystone is not even half a mile from that Home Depot. But I'm telling you, nothing, absolutely nothing ever happens over in that Grace. Nothing. It's not. Let me.
No. That's a fundamental lie. That gotta be.
Exactly. So, but this is the point. And that's the point that I'm saying. That's the point that I'm making. I'm not saying nothing absolute. But when I'm saying nothing happens over there, nothing happens over there. Okay.
Okay.
You feel me?
I get what you're saying. Quote unquote.
All right. So now, who's one of the more popular people in this community and don't be on TV reporting the news at all?
Good.
But she could tell you everything that's going on in our community. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Right? So
they said Carol Robinson for those who are
right. So shit. She's in all our groups. All right. And she's in all of their groups. Right. So
Who taught us that? That's our fault. Why we let that outsider in?
Man, y'all know she be making fake profiles to log in or where they at though and shit like that.
Right. So
don't
all
play.
I'm saying is but at the same time, when you talk about this district over, and if you know anything about districts, when you talk about this district over there, when you talk about this district over here, over the mountain where Valerie Abbott, you know what I'm saying? Now y'all want to talk about some political power, and like shoot, when I stayed over in Forest Park and she represented my district, dog, I literally probably had one or two roadblocks. But I stay in East Thomas. The other day, I was telling y'all about how I got laid down in the street because the nigga shot in one area, in one black area, came to a whole nother black area. All I'm doing is walking to the store, and you know what I'm saying? I could have got dirt now by the police just because I was in the wrong place, wrong time.
Okay. So we guys, you want to? What you got to say, my man?
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this. Go ahead.
What is the topic for the night?
Leverage.
Well, you know, this is Assholes Anonymous. It started off at one thing, and it could end up anywhere. But we started off talking about Trump. We started off talking about his tactics. We started talking about
Trump
so
using his
basically,
leverage.
it's leverage. So basically, we're talking about leverage in political leverage, emotional leverage, leverage in general.
Okay,
throw out
I
some of
asked
these
that
sponsors,
because you guys are all over the place. You guys are all over the place.
Yeah, we are.
I prefer that if you got a topic, you got an agenda, you got something you want to talk about, let's talk about what you want to talk about.
Okay.
Instead of being all over the place. So if you want to talk about Trump leverage or whatever it is, can we be on Trump leverage? Thank you.
Okay, but we.
You can get
no, we
all
appreciate
this
it.
stuff-
Yeah,
you can
we
get all
appreciate
this
it, man.
stuff right here.
We
You can
appreciate it.
do it yourself too, bro.
No.
That's just real talk. You can get your own time.
No. This
You
shit
can get your
go
own
the
time
way it
and get your
go.
own venue.
Goddamn
You
it,
can do
no
it
matter
yourself,
how I
bro.
go.
I appreciate your input, though. Thank you
Chill out.
very much. We appreciate that.
But like I said, inside of that whole situation, how it all went down, how everything is going about, what it is about how we need to move,
Right.
is that he's showing us how we need to move.
Yeah.
Lockstep and barrel together. No matter we don't like some of the stuff that's doing, right?
It's simple. It's
we
the way
have
you
to
run it.
move in that same type of form, in that same type of way.
Yeah, so what you're saying-
He is fundamentally changing the way that we do politics in America right now.
Yeah, he is.
You can do that if you decided to stick together and move into that area.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and the thing that we don't do, and one of the big things that we don't do, is that we do not go in and handle business along the lines of, we got an agenda, we going in here with this agenda to get one thing done. One thing done. We ask for 1,000 things. We need one thing done, right? The greatest example of us using our power in order for us to get something done was the Montgomery boycott, right? It probably was the most important thing that happened to black people in you know what I'm saying? And probably in the history of American black people. Reason being is because we showed that we can affect the whole industry, right? So now you messing with the money. Like, whoa. Let's get these niggas something. We're gonna let them vote. We're gonna let them do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna pay the leaders who organized it. For them to, so they can be lockstep in what we want to do.
Like the Rothschilds did with Martin Luther King.
But it was politics as usual. They took their feelings even about black people out of it and said, look, the money and the power is more important than how I feel about some nigga sitting next to me on a goddamn bus.
So you say we should take the government or the people who are in power at the time, take their tactics and use those tactics.
Yeah, they gave you the blueprint.
Or you say, no, I'm saying per their time. I'm saying particular to their time.
But they
Motherfucker.
they're giving you the blueprint. They give you the blueprint.
God damn it.
Yeah, they're giving you the
See that
blueprint.
shit though? That was wild.
No, but like real talk, though, I mean, the blueprint has been there throughout history.
Right.
I mean, like they got books.
Right.
Before they lost of power.
Right.
Like Machiavelli.
Yeah.
That has laid out this blueprint that they keep doing year over year. This is not change.
You know what I'm saying?
The question that I was asking was saying, I'm saying this though, okay? Because
We're
what
gonna
he's
go to the
saying
next
is
topic before
the
we
greatest mobilization of black people as a group was the Montgomery Boys boycott. What I'm saying is, here we are right now talking about what black people need to do. I'm trying to figure out how great that mobilization was.
The mobilization, how great did it have to be? All they had to do was shut down Montgomery, because that's where it was. And that's all they did. It didn't even have to be a statewide. They just showed enough power to say, if you get on one accord, you can change all this shit.
Keno, he'll come out Apollo street sweeper.
No. Right now, though, we need to talk about one of these paying sponsors.
We do need to talk about one of these paying sponsors.
Before you go any further than
Before
that,
we go any further,
we gonna talk about Unique Experience. It's a holistic health and yoni wellness company based in Birmingham, Alabama. They have services such as yoni steaming, fertility coaching, and they have their own all organic products for men and women. You can find out more about the Unique Experience on their website, www.uniqueexperience, unique is spelled UNIIQE. Wait, no. This is how you spell on this shit. This Unique Experience is spelled UNIIQEXPERIENCE.
and for the fellas,
Kiki Shepard.
You know what I'm saying?
and for the fellas, they have such
vanilla
special
Kiki Shepard
projects,
right here.
such as what I'm using right now. There's special beard oil and stuff like that. Have your beard soft, shiny and shit like that. You look real nice in the lights and shit like that. And they have Depops. What are Depops, you might ask?
Yes, what are
Depops?
PEDs.
They are PEDs,
Performance
but they're the good
enhancing.
PEDs because they're natural.
Got that right.
And it saves you a trip going to the gas station and having to
want
worry
that.
about weird
Yeah.
shit after
Or
you
the-
take
or
them.
You had to go to St. Vincent's after
Get that Viagra.
Get
Only
that
the-
Viagra.
only
You,
the Catholics
don't
can
gotta get that
fulfill.
Viagra no more. You ain't gotta go bother your granddaddy for the pills and shit like that,
They gonna
man.
have to goddamn you feel
You
me?
can also follow them on all social media platforms.
All social media
Now,
platforms.
Early at one on.
Every last goddamn one of them.
God damn
Now,
it.
now back to
Not damn it.
business.
Back to fucking business.
Okay.
Got that right.
So inside of all this stuff that we got going on, inside of how it is, one of the big things is that the narratives get changed inside of political conversation, how it goes. And now, if you say something that people don't agree with, they automatically
Call you a Nazi.
oh man, listen.
Call you a misogynist.
Not a misogynist.
You know,
Woman
it's-
hater.
I mean, no. They, what did they call you? What is it? What is it, Keno?
Oh, I've been called a lot of shit.
yeah, no.
Nah, bro, you right.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
No.
you
Go ahead.
What was the topic again?
We're leading into it.
Well, we
What
have
was the topic again?
The topic
Hold on, man, we have
is leverage. Leverage.
What have you guys said about the leverage so far? What have you guys said
Man,
about
see, this is what I'm saying. Hey.
chill, man.
No. What we said about leverage is
I heard.
Y'all know,
Hey,
man, because
I
y'all being
heard
weak.
y'all
bro.
talk about-
Hey, bro, you good.
City election.
If you want you a show, bro, get you a show. Sit down, please.
You don't have to force me.
bro.
wait, whoa, calm down.
Get out of your element.
Calm down.
You get it out of your element.
No,
Yeah.
man.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
No. This
The
is
topic
exactly
supposed
what
to
it
be
is, dog.
Trump's election using his leverage. What have you said about it?
What I said, what we've said about.
always not shit, boy. That's what.
Go ahead. If this guy want to be rowdy, go ahead and be
It's not
rowdy.
damn right,
No,
bro. I just want you to sit down. We don't need your input.
Come.
We don't want your no. It's not the crowd. It's you particularly. We don't want your input. Can you please sit down? Thank you for your permission. Can you please sit down, bro? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You got mad because somebody asked you a question?
No.
You got mad because someone asked you a question?
Cut it out, man. Up the show, man.
Excuse me, let me say something, man. No, I apologize.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Hey, look. Let me say this. What you did? Let me say this. Yeah. No, let me say this. No, wait. Let me say this.
Oh, yeah.
Let me say this.
Okay.
I apologize. But one thing that will not happen on this show for as long as Justin Lewis Howard Wood the first is up here is we will not let anybody hijack our production. Period.
Okay.
I understand that y'all started the show, but because I love y'all, that is not gonna happen.
I got you. What I'm saying is
And so,
Wait.
the first time that it happened, and we realized that was an issue. When I just said, and I'm sorry, but I mean it. It's you particularly, and I'm not saying it to be mean, but you're out of order, and I'm not saying it to be mean, brother. I'm saying that in love. But you have crossed the line with me. I apologize for being this way. I apologize because this is embarrassing for both of us. Okay? But I apologize, brother. But one thing does not, and that's with anybody.
all right. So
All right, now let's get back to
yeah, but
moving forward.
Now here go the thing about it. The question was what was did we talk about leverage? And
Hey,
what
excuse me, man, we're speaking now.
And what we said inside of leverage. And what we said about leverage is that Trump has leverage.
No, man.
He's using his leverage.
It's not.
He going lockstep and leveraging his bullet pulpit in order to get himself moved in what he got to do to hijack, to come into a situation where he coming to hijack an election. Right? In a way, because it's possible. It's possible to be done.
Dick tripping, homie.
But now, the next thing, as you know what I'm saying?
G up, homie.
The next thing about it is that with the whole thing of political correctness and the way that we are being leveraged for what we can and cannot say.
Right.
It's coming to a point to where people are thinking because we disagree
Exactly.
that we are disrespecting you.
Right.
And that within itself is not true.
Right, but you-
just,
Right.
but just because I disagree with you doesn't mean I'm disrespecting you. It means we just don't agree.
Right.
And we can speak on it in a way of I don't like this about whatever it is that you're doing, and I still didn't disrespect you. I just don't
But Keno,
like it.
remember at the beginning of the election season when we were talking
Right.
about a particular group of people being able to to be able to exercise political flexibility.
Right.
That's an issue for our community, showing any kind of flexibility
Right.
in a lot of things.
Right.
And so like we don't talk about how conservative we are on a lot of matters.
Right.
And so like even like I'll say this. I have cousins,
Right.
friends who are not heterosexual or heteronormative. You know what I'm saying? But I remember once upon a time when I wouldn't even, want to be associated with these people simply because of the ideas that other people had around them, right? But it's just like at some point, you know what I'm saying? You like, well, this is my family or this is my friend. These are people who are down for me.
Right.
Or you may not necessarily agree with somebody with a particular principle.
Right.
You may not agree with even certain economic, just a whole bunch of different plans. If any of you have gone to any community meetings, y'all know how that shit can go. You know what I'm saying? But there's within our community, within a lot of our communities, there's so many different ways of thinking and ways of going about things and so many different ideas. But it just seems at the end of the day that we, especially for black men, that we can't exercise a particular political flexibility. And I mean, like it even happens to some of our brothers in the Latinx community because they can't show it either. I mean, on certain levels.
Well,
It's
certain words that's
I'm not-
hijacked.
yeah.
Like it's
And I'm
coming
not
to
even
the
saying
point.
that's intentional either.
Yeah, it's coming to the point to where to even say the word gay is turning into a taboo word to say. You know what I'm saying? So inside that we are being leveraged to have to use language in a different type of way, no matter what it is.
You have to tiptoe around everything.
But in a place that's supposed to be of free speech, even if you don't like the speech,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It should be said. Now, the moment you take
Someone's speech away.
the moment that you take that away
You open up the realm for other shit to get taken
for
away.
censorship, and are you going backwards instead of forward? Is this pushing you closer to us?
You can talk on
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But
He said some real though.
yeah.
I heard something about consequences, so I know it's real.
Yeah.
You're right. We do have free speech, and we can have free speech. But when you have free speech, you got to understand you got to have accept the consequences that come along with that.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
One of the consequences is somebody might punch you in the face.
Consequences may
Right.
also be you
But-
losing
but-
your job,
or you can lose your job.
You free to say
or
it.
you are
Or you can be asked and I speak on the microphone.
alienating a group of people. I mean,
Alienate.
You can also have free
Drop it
speech,
in,
and I'm
bro.
not telling anybody that they cannot have free speech.
Right.
But you got to understand, if you have free speech, you got to be ready to accept the consequences of your free speech. Like somebody coming up to you and
Right.
just saying, "Hey, you N-word,"
Right.
and you
He
just gonna
gotta
let
be-
him get away with that because he
No,
has
no,
that
no,
right
he gotta
to
be
be able to
prepared.
say that.
He gotta
But
be prepared.
accept
He gotta
the
catch that
consequences.
two-piece.
Maybe you punching him in his throat.
Right.
You gotta catch that two-piece.
You know.
And that's all I'm saying. Like
totally agree with
it's
you on that.
doable.
Man, when you
know what I'm
said
saying?
that,
But
man,
you,
somebody
you
gotta get
should,
shot.
you should have the right to say whatever you want to say.
Right.
And then you can catch these hands if I don't like it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And we all got consequences both ways.
But this is the
But the
point.
problem is it's going to get to a point where the government takes over when it comes
Oh my
down
God.
to free speech.
I truly don't believe that's going to ever happen.
I
Where the
feel
government-
it.
Because
It's
it's
already
already in
happened.
the
Hold on.
Constitution about the free speech.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's already in the Constitution. Unless they're going to add
Change-
an addendum to
Change
that.
or
to
change
say
or
that,
add language.
Well,
Yeah.
you can have free speech, but...
Yeah,
And I don't think
Well,
that's... it's
well,
already there.
You're right. It
You
is
can have
free speech, but yeah, you're right.
It's
It's
already there.
But-
So I don't see nothing else that they can add to that amendment to say that even though you
Mark-
got free speech, we're going to throw you in jail.
Machiavellian?
No, that's like changing the whole amendment of free speech.
I mean, they fuck
No,
with
but here's what they
they
doing,
fuck with
though.
the Second Amendment all the time.
No, man.
But
No, like, on the whole free speech thing, here's what they're doing. They're not going to change the actual amendment. They are letting popular culture counsel people into changing their
Exactly.
behavior.
Right.
Shadow.
So what they're
shadow
doing
bands.
So like everyone knows there is free speech. It does not absolve you of the
But
consequences
it's like the
of the
consequences
speech.
she's talking about.
So what we try to fight against is allowing popular culture to counsel people into changing their identity, their thought process, their behavior. Because that's what they're doing, right? So like, if I don't have, pronouns on my name, I'm a bad person now, and I'm like, nothing is it for me. No one is more intolerant than a liberal, and I'm liberal.
They are
because if you don't
Agree,
do and
lockstep.
agree with what they say,
You're
you are the
everything but a
enemy.
child of God.
And here's my issue with that because
I'm a liberal as well.
Right, but here's my issue
and
with that.
I disagree with that.
no, but here's my issue with that.
I understand what you're saying.
Here's my issue with that though, because I don't agree with you doesn't mean I am against you. And I
Right,
think
that's
a
the-
lot of people think
yeah,
that way.
when they
And
hear
when
enemy.
and when they behave in that manner, they technically do what they say other people do to them.
Right.
Freedom is you living your life how you see fit, and me doing the exact same, and we both coexisting in that.
Yes.
Right now, our culture isn't allowing space for that.
Okay. I agree with that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, like even sitting in here, I've heard someone say "F the gay." Okay.
I don't know who said that.
Somebody said it.
These are jokes.
Yeah.
Put their ass out.
Yeah.
We're saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got a
Chocolate
right
chip.
to say that. They got a right to say that.
But it doesn't
But
absolve
at the same time,
if somebody gay is around you and they hear that, that's offensive. I'm not saying that you don't have a right to say that, because you do. Everybody got a right to say what they want to say out of their mouth.
Yeah.
But like I just said, you gotta face the consequences of what you say.
I totally agree with you on
like
that.
for instance, if you're a business owner, for instance, and you're saying F the gays. So basically, you're telling the whole community of people you don't even want them to come in your business, because now you're telling them F the gay.
Is that true?
Are you
Is
saying
that true?
F the
Is
N-word?
that true,
Are you
though?
saying F the N-word?
Is that
So
true?
now you're
You
telling
been
the whole
goddamn
bunch of
wrong.
N-words.
No, I'm saying,
Who you consider to be N-words? Because I don't recognize that as being black people. Okay, let me just say that.
Is that necessarily true though? When you're saying if somebody says F the gays or F the N-words or F anybody, are they really saying that I don't want you to come here and spend?
Well, if
I
that's the
don't
way
want
you
you.
feel
Or is it
about
jokes?
Okay, why would I go to your business if I feel like if you don't
Wait.
welcome me?
I understand what you're saying. The question
If I
that
don't
I'm
feel welcome, why would I come?
Okay, the question that I'm asking is, if they say that, is that what they mean for you? Because think about where you are. Because no matter where you go, there you are. Okay, so there's a whole slew of people that stay over their mountain. All right? If you know anything about the founding of this city, okay, you know that Vestavia Hills, a city that was founded and dedicated to the goddess Vesta, okay, in Greek mythology, was not founded on any Christian principalities or anything like that. It's because of Brown versus Board of Education. But you look at their football team.
Because that was an exodus of
it
during
was
the
a
time
part of
when
the
there was
exodus, but what I'm saying is,
and they went
how
up
long
on
ago,
the mountain and we ended up in the
wait.
bowl of Birmingham.
But this question
So,
I'm
yeah.
asking you, sister, how long ago was that? Because a lot of those people are
That was
still
in the 60s.
right, but a lot
I mean,
of those
that wasn't
people are
that
still
long
alive.
ago, 'cause
And
I
I
was
was just
born in the 60s.
right. That was the
come
mid to
on.
late 60s, and I was born in 1986. So
Well,
it's probably
okay, well,
so it's
then
probably
you-
teens
you
or
a baby
20s
to
of
me.
years
But I'm
after
saying,
that.
I was born in the 60s.
But I'm saying, so I'm a 30. But this is what I'm saying. I'm a 35-year-old male. But when I was
And my
born,
oldest child is
okay, when I was
37.
born though, and this is gonna trip you out. When I was born, my father was 70 years old. My father was born in 1915, so I might have a different approach to all of this than everybody else.
You can agree to disagree.
But what I'm
There you
saying,
go.
but what I'm saying is, from what I've seen, just by what I've been educated on, you know what I'm saying, a forced education, I guess, or compulsory education, even in this state. And I'll have to speak particularly to this state, and I guess Illinois and Georgia to a certain extent. But what happens is you have people who move all the way over here and they don't want you there, but then once they see the benefit of you being there, even though they don't want you there, they say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all can come over.
Because all money is green.
Okay.
Right, Pleasant Grove. I graduated from Pleasant Grove. It was a white school then. They play Spodioti Dopalicious every football game now. Who run it? All of that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, now to take this into another level, like this is more entertaining.
Not
But
entertaining.
yeah, this is more entertaining than political. Inside this situation, what we're going to do. But no.
Thank you.
But inside this,
We
it's a
appreciate y'all.
leveraging situation. So today, one of my friends got on Facebook Live.
She ain't paying attention right now.
Yeah.
but,
She
you
got
know.
on Facebook Live.
She looking at us.
You understand? and inside of that, it was a old friend, a year removed, comes back into her life with a ring and a car and saying, "Let's start a life."
Boy,
Right.
hold on. Let me say this first.
Automobile?
Oh, that shit.
Automobile?
Hold on.
Did you say
An automobile.
an automobile? Was it a 2-door or 4-door?
That thing must be
SUV?
made out of gold diamond cluster.
What kind of? What kind of?
Now,
Whatever, my lady.
here go the caveat.
Some 19. Hold on. We gotta.
Hold on, wait a minute. He
Oh, he had to go use the restroom.
He got the thing about that, right?
Black
That
magic
was probably one of the most disrespectful things that
A man could ever-
he could
A man
have
could ever do to a woman.
It was a pop up. Did he call?
I don't know.
Did he call first and tell you he was on his way?
No.
Talking on camera mic.
Excuse me. You're not gonna see your face is not gonna be shown. So you can keep.
You're not
semblance of your
incriminated.
anonymity. Somebody might recognize your voice. Do something with the voice. Can you, D?
No. Go ahead.
This is deep throat.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So he was at my house at the end.
He called a few times. I ignored it because it was 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, so he was calling you doing
Deep in
Booty
the
call
night.
hours.
Demon hours.
Doing
Demon hours.
doing the rap hours.
So I didn't answer initially, but
Right.
he kept calling. I was like, okay, well maybe something is
It's wrong.
Wrong.
Okay.
It was.
So
His
I
heart was
answered-
broken. He was alone. Lonely.
Yeah.
I did answer the phone after a few times.
Right.
And he was like, so come outside, I have something for you. And I'm like, the first question was, are you drunk?
Right.
I mean, granted, if somebody call you like that and tell you that,
was
I'd
just saying you
probably
could do
assume
better.
they are drunk.
Are you straight? Everything good?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been thinking about our last conversation. I bought a ring. I bought you a car. I'm ready to get married.
Okay. And then now inside of that being said, right?
I bought you.
Yeah. I bought you a car, got your ring. Let's get married. Now here go the
Boy,
problem with
that
that.
sound like some slavery.
Now that was some leverage shit.
Some color, some shit out of color
I
purple.
wonder
Now-
how victorious he felt when he signed that lease. Or when he got that ring. I apologize. I keep stepping on your
it wasn't even victorious.
It's a shame.
Oh, obviously, you in a situation where you have thought about it's something I can't get from all the other people I'm dealing with right now. Now I got to go back to something that I'm familiar with.
Right.
Now we're going back
want
to
the
something,
whole thing back.
Yeah, I'm going back to something familiar with.
I want them
And
heroin tracks.
now I'm coming to you not from who the person is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't come from a love place. I came from a leverage place. I know what you may need or what I think you should want.
Right.
So I came in with cash in hand and I came up to you like
You know
this.
what's funny? He was leveraging not what she needed, but what most women say they want out of a man.
Right.
I want to be
Right.
married. I
Yeah.
want security.
Yeah.
Security.
Now it's a dream. He was the star, the producer, the writer, and the lead actor.
He thought it was
and
the Notebook.
of that movie.
He thought it was the Notebook.
We got a whole mic.
I miss you.
But inside of but inside of that though was that but inside of that though, what he overlooked was how disrespectful it was to the person that you came to give that to.
Right, you just
what I'm saying?
interjecting yourself into their life.
One
like that.
thing you assumed that
She was home alone.
You-
But she had a nigga in the house.
No,
She went out there and blew his brains out.
Two, the next thing that you assumed is that this should be so overwhelming that you should come out here and say, "Oh yes, this is what it is. I'm supposed to be."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what life's supposed to be like now.
Cue the KC and JoJo music.
Now to understand the language of the person that you're dealing with,
Right.
did you put in the work to come in there and
Make that.
cause he love teaches and love learns. Did you
Say that
come?
again.
Did love teaches and love learns. So did you go in there? Did you go in there to learn the person that you was dealing with?
Right.
And did you take the time to teach the person what it is that you needed in order for you to be happy inside the situation?
Absolutely.
And so inside of that, probably 9 times out of 10, if it was a year removed, it was not. You didn't come up out of nowhere. You didn't spend the time on a daily basis trying to figure out what I need to do to be in this particular situation.
Unless he was in Afghanistan.
No,
he
he
wasn't.
ain't gonna think.
He
And
wasn't
this
military, that
is
nigga
what
full of
bring it
shit.
back to Trump.
The
right?
military dudes give y'all prison promises all the time, and y'all fall for it.
And this is one of the things that's a universal law about how things work, right?
Right.
Like even inside of boxing, right?
I take exception
With
to that.
Trump inside the situation is that he may not be the most skillful guy in doing certain things, right? But he get things done with pure audacity, right?
Pure audacity.
The pure audacity to come in
and unmitigated gall.
No,
Right.
that's the point of the
has to be
power. though.
unmitigated.
Yeah.
Action
If the
with
goal is
audacity.
mitigated,
Right.
if the goal is mitigated, you can't get it done.
like in boxing, right? In boxing, you may know what you may be fighting somebody and you know what to do to beat them, but you ain't got the skill set to do it, right?
Right.
So what you do is you instead of you knowing that you can't do the move in order to do it. Now the next thing you got to do is you just got to add pressure. You got to just pure audacity. Just keep on going and going until somebody break.
Right.
And inside of this situation, that's what he did. He did that. He didn't do it for her. He did it for the peanut gallery. He did it for the people around. They
he
gonna
be like,
add
"Oh."
pressure. They gonna add the pressure.
Here she go.
They gonna add the pressure to the situation.
Not the pressure.
To make it seem like he the good guy inside the situation, and she should do right by him because he came bearing gifts.
Right.
I love that song.
But it was bullshit. It was a lie. It was a disrespectful lie. You see what I'm
You
saying?
should be disrespected. You should feel disrespected.
We got a guest that want to say something on the mic.
In the words of Betty Wright, I was learning my man while I was earning my man.
Right.
Come on, baby.
What I learned and earned is that I require
What?
and need more than he was capable of giving.
Hey, listen. Go on, preach the amen.
Did I?
Amen. Because
With the hand on the hip.
because most of what people need is not financial.
That's right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So most of what people want, especially when people come from nothing, they tend to think
most of
that
what women need is not financial. No.
You know what I'm saying? What you tend to think is financial is the way to go. But after you get everything that you want and you still ain't happy,
then what?
You got to figure out what it is that you needed from somebody else.
Okay. In that sense, I've had someone who has pursued me for 9 years.
Okay.
And when I finally broke down and said, well, maybe I'm passing up the good guy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, because he presented himself as the
Good guy.
You know, ladies, we always get that one that slide in our inbox with the good morning, hello, beautiful.
Grand rising.
You know, giving you the rhetoric that you feel like you need. You know.
Beloved.
You know,
That part.
You're my queen,
That part.
my earth, my world.
Right.
That's a screen clip right there.
The
I
poetry.
want to love you, baby. I want to love you better than anybody else. You know.
You can't
and in
need
that
clothes?
sense, you wine me, dine me for a month strong, and then I was like, I know it's a pandemic and whatnot, but baby, where your job? He was like,
Oh, he Tommy.
no. No.
This is personal.
He literally, yes, this is personal.
Yeah.
It's all me.
It
all,
happened.
all live and local.
They let
This
they
me.
Okay.
How it work out? Well, first off,
He in prison for
no,
for
he's
them
not
damn
in prison.
SBA loan fraud.
All right now, shut up and keep talking. 'Cause he did do that too. He did that too.
I know these
He
niggas.
did one of those too.
Free game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If a dude goes all out on a first date, right? It's one of two things that happen. Either he don't know what he doing or he just trying to fuck.
I got a
because you
$28
cannot keep
limit
up
on
that
first
pace.
date.
You can't do the horse and carriage ride down the street for 12 months straight.
Well,
you
no.
know what I'm saying? Oh, every week, 52 weeks out of the year. You can't do that. And the first thing motherfucker tell you is the way you got me is the way you should keep me.
Well, let me just say this.
Yeah,
I
let
might
her
look
finish.
young,
So
but
when
at
you say-
45 years old, you not finna piss in the wind and
What
tell me
you
it's
say?
right.
How old? Hey,
Even
no.
I'm 45.
It's a bunch of 45-year-old women that's still falling for the same shit a nigga did to them when they was 14. So
Black don't crack, baby.
let's not make age or 45 being old being the reason why certain things happen. Because it's chicks that still falling for the same game a 16-year-old was running in 92. So that shit is still. But
And getting finessed by a dude that ain't got and getting finessed by a dude that ain't got shit but a damn birth certificate.
I came to the mic to say this.
Yeah.
When he presented himself and what he became, it's two different things. And people have this misconstruedness that they want a relationship with microwave satisfaction. Ain't nobody trying to do the slow cooker no more.
Yeah, I mean,
it's work.
But right. But that's the thing.
Learning.
I mean, but
learning and teaching. But that's what love is.
That's a lot of it.
So that means inside of learning and teaching, that means it take time. You have to build that thing.
I mean, but that's a lot.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, guess. Go ahead, anonymous guest.
As we would like to speak out for Kelly's Barbershop.
Anonymous guest.
Yeah.
As we like to speak out for Kelly Barbershop.
Yeah.
I'm the mark.
Right, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, you asking for a whole lot from a person that don't know you.
Bruh.
Preach.
Hold on.
Wait, time out. Because I ain't went yet.
You asking a whole lot from a person that don't know you. Okay, he whine you, dying you, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's all the good stuff. But at the end of the day, what do you really want? So if you're not getting what you really want, it's just as simple as to move on. Just move on. You ain't gotta tell him he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that. Just move on.
But that's the point though.
Block his number and leave.
But inside.
No, the problem is the package is what you want.
Right.
And
The gift wrapping is sweet.
That's where the free game came from. I gave you free game.
Check this out.
You want what you want.
Yeah.
You want from
I gave.
that person.
Listen. A bad relationship is your fault. Wherever we go, you are responsible. You are responsible for the good and bad that happen in your life. When you see that shit going bad and you stay, that's your
on you.
fault.
Right.
That's on you. That's not on nobody else.
You stay.
That's on you. It ain't on nobody else.
Period.
You are responsible for the good and the bad that happens in your life. The moment that it happens, you're responsible for how you react to it and where you going to after that point on. And if you stay through that shit, don't complain. You stayed. Nobody else made you do that shit. You did that shit. You responsible for you. It's nobody's responsibility to make you happy.
That's your responsibility.
That's your
always gonna be
responsibility.
yours.
We should be sharing in happiness. I shouldn't have to come and make you happy. That means you don't know yourself. And how the fuck how I'm gonna teach you who you are?
You don't know the hell you are.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the anonymous guest was saying. Yeah. You don't know yourself well enough to not fuck with me.
Right.
So if I fuck with you and your life get ruined, you ruined your life.
I was just down.
You don't know yourself well enough to not fuck with me.
This shit can apply to so many people.
Right. And coming from, and here's the thing about leveraging coming from nothing though. I'm gonna let you get to it.
Shit.
Coming from nothing.
Nigga,
God damn it.
Our situation should have been Keno's corner.
What else?
No, I'm saying no.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it should be.
It should be.
Go ahead.
It really should.
It really should be.
But it ain't.
No. This is what I'm saying. Like, because there's something that we're not talking about here, right?
What are we not talking about, Justin?
We're not talking about the whole, you said y'all hadn't messed with each other for a year. Was it, I'm saying like, when I say mess with, I'm not talking about the euphemism as in we talk every once and again. Like if there was no conversation, nothing. Yeah, I mean, and I'm just asking this as a yes or no so I can make sure what I'm saying
Let the Lord use you, talk your
Politically correct.
testimony.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We dated for a little over a year.
Yeah.
Right.
We had a conversation about marriage. He said that he had been divorced, hadn't asked divorce, didn't want to get married ever again.
Okay.
Relationship
That is-
over.
That is why
Right.
I walked away from the relationship.
You did right. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, no conversation, no text messages, no inbox, no
I got some shit to
carrier
say,
pigeon
too,
message,
on this
no
subject.
nothing.
She said carrier pigeon. I love those things.
Yeah.
Shouts
For
out to Mike
a whole
Tyson.
year, and then you just popped up and called. Now, my brother, on the other
Almost threw
hand,
my damn
feels,
shoulder out.
don't do that. Don't put this on me.
Okay.
My brother feels like I didn't even give him the opportunity
Oh.
to explain.
Wait.
You don't deserve an opportunity.
Oh my God, y'all keep on cutting my head off like it's a game of spades. Shit. Y'all keep cutting my head off.
Hold on, man. Let me explain this real quick.
God fuck.
Let me explain this.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
never playing
Let me
spades with you.
explain this.
Hey, no, Mark. No, you know. Because I'm gonna say this.
Hold on.
Wait, go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Y'all do realize, right? It's 7 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
If this man had you,
300 million in
Had
the
you.
U.S. alone.
I know,
you
right?
dated him. He knew you knew him intimately, the whole nine. If he didn't recognize your value then,
Jesus will.
and he leave because he couldn't be what you expected, and then he go out in the world.
Yeah.
He probably around here fucking dirty bitches and everything.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Right.
Pissing out antibiotics and shit.
Right. And then he tried to bring his nasty
It's the ass back because he couldn't find what he needed out there in the street.
And y'all, right? And you think he has the unmitigated gall to think you should wait
audacity.
on him
To
and that
come
he
back?
deserve? He don't deserve shit. Who made that song? I deserve. They need they ass whooped. You don't deserve nothing.
Well, Tank gay anyway, so we don't care.
He got.
Pretty much the same thing. I was gonna say the same thing, but he might have tested the water with a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Realized I had this.
Right.
Oh shit! I got to make a grand gesture
to come back.
To come back.
So I can get leverage on how I need to move forward.
All I hear is he may have did a whole bunch of this, a whole bunch of that.
Okay, Justin, go ahead and finish it.
Finish what you got to say,
No,
John.
no, fuck it. I don't have shit to say.
Say it. You said you heard. And you made it do a whole bunch of those. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Justin, come on back.
No, y'all want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I asked you.
Got your arms crossed and shit.
Shit.
Like you damn 5 years old. It don't help that you got that damn bun on your head. Speak your piece, man.
Go ahead.
Oh, because now I'm being patronized, and that's
No,
the fuck shit.
ain't nobody patronizing.
No, that's what I'm saying. So we making all these indictments on him. That's number one.
Right.
We making all these convictions on him. That's number two. He did this. He did that. His dirty ass this. His dirty ass that. What I'm saying is we're not talking about whatever happened to leading up to him send his ass down at a car dealership. Send his ass down there wherever you get a ring from. Whether it's Jared. Hey, look,
Preach, Mark.
Hey, look, you might be stupid for them acid wash jeans, but nobody's saying nothing. Okay, I'm just.
Why you so aggressive?
I had to get you. I'm just saying. I might be stupid because I got on this AKA Polo. Who knows? All right, but
That
all
is AKA Polo.
It's really Kamala. Shouts out to you, baby. But this is what I'm saying, because she's
Look at your ass grifting.
Hey, I didn't vote for you, but you fine. This is what I'm saying though. Okay. He had whatever happened over a year. He may have been celibate, abstinent, whatever it was, not mess with any women. He may have said, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married, but at the same time, because we just sit up here and talked about soul ties and all this other bullshit in past shows.
There ain't no goddamn soul ties.
Nothing.
Excuse me.
She just got good coochie.
That might. Look, we up here assuming that she gave him some. You see what I'm saying? So we're making all these errant assumptions because of either our personal experiences, somebody we done heard of, something we done seen on TV, all of this shit. And who knows? He may have actually taken this year out to get right for himself. But the lesson may be, I feel valuable enough now because I didn't want to get married because I didn't feel valuable enough to get married. That may very well be the possible message. I didn't feel valuable enough. I didn't feel like I could be your Providence. I didn't feel like I could be your Jericho. I didn't feel like I could be your new world. I didn't feel like I could be any of those things that a husband is promised to be. Okay, so
Why is that
but wait,
come on, Pastor?
But wait.
Come on, Pastor.
All I'm saying is this. Now there is nothing wrong with her saying no because he may not deserve her. But like you said, there's 7 billion human beings, and then you break it down to however many females there are. Okay, and you're one that said no, but I feel valuable enough. If I cannot get you, yes, my world may be a little rock right now, but shit, I just went. But time out, nigga. Did you just get her a ring and a car? Man, fuck that. No. You know, I almost said it. But that's no offense. Man, but fuck her, man. I'm straight. I can get another one.
Hey,
Allegedly,
play church music.
Allegedly, he couldn't because he came back to her.
I'm saying, that's in that moment.
Okay, so
but that's the point that I'm saying. That's in that moment, but he as much as he left her, he still wanted her. And he just felt like he had to go get right.
Look.
Life happens, man.
I agree with all that you saying. But I really agree with that. But this is why he's stupid. He's stupid because
my boy paid the tithes.
She don't know. He does not know what she thinks. He does not know.
And y'all said that he may have the dirty dick. She may have been getting dirty. No offense.
They ain't talking. I don't know where.
They don't know where
she is.
He don't know where she been.
He's stupid because he's going off his emotion. I'm gonna go get a car. I'm gonna go get a
emotional ass.
He don't know why.
I'm not saying
he is not thinking about her.
I'm not saying that. I never said that any of that was not true. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there's a whole bunch of possible scenarios present, and there's only certain ones being considered.
Now we gotta holler at our sponsors. We gotta holler at our sponsors because we've been on a tangent.
For that person that comes to your house at 2:00 in the morning, you should call Recall Tactical Solutions LLC. Introducing firearm and advanced training.
Right.
On time.
You can contact them directly on Facebook and Messenger. Call Cedro.
Not Cedro.
Yeah. CEDROWE.
Yes, sir.
You can call them at 205-789-0087.
It's black on.
This is the
slogan.
The slogan is be aware and be safe.
And be black on.
Hey, man. I know we've been out here a long time.
And we gotta also mention our other
Our other paying sponsor, Butterfly Vegan.
Butterfly Vegan.
Yes.
Straight out of Bessemer.
Yeah.
That's probably what got him over there with that.
The body wash. The polo
That body wash had
is
Patrick Bateman, a.k.a. an American Psycho.
Yeah, got the Creed.
He's American Psycho.
And you got
This car look better than mine.
You got the Creed vitamin oil rub over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's what she was wearing.
You can call them at 205-230-6331 if you want to place an order to get you some body wash.
Butterfly Vegan, baby. You Butterfly Vegan, baby.
No, man. Hold on, man. Before we let my man speak right here. This situation really sounds like this Netflix show called You. That nigga crazy as hell.
I saw you.
Oh, shit. I didn't think about that.
Is his name Joe?
Oh, God.
I saw you.
Oh, God.
I saw you.
Your ass down.
I saw you from a distance. I saw that you love Meg the Stallion.
Think about it.
And I just wanted to let you know I can ride you like a horse.
Run.
Go ahead.
I can break you in. I can break you in. I can break you.
So we got a guest who want to speak about it.
All right, go ahead.
Can we? This is the brother of the alleged situation. Go ahead.
Our anonymous guest.
Go ahead.
Big brother.
Big brother.
Where was you at 3 in the morning, big brother?
Big brother.
Look, she the little baby.
Oh, okay.
So he's the younger big.
He said she all right.
Big little brother.
Okay.
All right, go ahead,
Go ahead, big little bro.
I'm simply going to refer to scriptures. So it was said that.
We don't know the Lord.
So
We
it was
don't.
said.
We heathens over here.
Justin, right?
Yes.
So to your point, it was said initially
I'm not ashamed.
If you couldn't do it back then why'd you wait so long now? Well, I'm just simply going to refer to the scriptures. So if Jacob had to wait on Leah for 7 years.
Oh, shit.
And then he had to wait on Rachel for 7 more years. What if he would have told, well, Rachel, you had me 7 years ago. Wine ain't good enough right now. I'm gone.
Can I Shundo out of BC.
I got it.
You ain't gonna let me do it. You ain't gonna let me do it. You ain't gonna let me do it.
Cut the mic. Cut the mic.
Now.
First of all, we're gonna let Jacob sit his drunk ass down. Y'all know I'm a Bible scholar now.
Jacob was a drunk.
Let's not pull Jesus and the Bible into this foolishness. God did not ordain this nigga to pull up at 3 in the morning. Jesus didn't die on the cross.
It was
in the
ordained
year of
by
our
the Lord.
Lord 2020.
Maybe that was ordained.
For him not to speak to her for a year.
It was ordained.
And to build this false life in his head. Build it in a way where he thought she was gonna run out and jump in his arms. Baby, thank you for coming to save me. This nigga is Joe in real life. He's Patrick Bateman. He's an American Psycho. You did great by running away. All right, go ahead, Keno.
And
it's not ordained.
And we started the podcast off by saying, God is a tactic.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
It's a strategy.
Religion is act.
Okay, how you prove it?
Hey.
Is that there is no proof? I'm talking as far as for what they do.
I'm just saying.
Breathe air every day.
Okay, guns,
There's
all
more
and
single
drugs.
women in church than outside of it.
Guns, all and drugs are real.
I'm just saying, Jesus is not your husband.
Guns, oil, and drugs are real. Let's put it. That's the God that we worship in America. Guns, oil, and drugs. You know what I'm saying? That's what we.
No, I ain't co-signing that shit.
No. In
I'm
America.
not co-signing that either.
In America.
I ain't going to hell.
No.
I swear I don't want to get in the car wreck.
In America.
You have to understand
In
what he's
America,
saying.
if it ain't guns, oil, and drugs,
it don't matter.
Don't mean nothing. So you know what I'm saying? But as we finish up today, because this is probably gonna be a part 1 and part 2, right?
Right.
Yeah, you ain't hear this.
He tired.
If the episode,
We like
I got
to
a family.
thank. We like to thank Bazar the Coffee Bar.
if the episode don't load, it's gonna be on Facebook.
You know what I'm saying? We like to thank Bazar the Coffee Bar, one of our sponsors. We like to thank Executive Art.
I see Billie Holiday. That's my baby.
Yeah.
That's my baby. I love me some Billie Holiday.
Yeah, you know what we said? We got somebody else coming
She's
soon.
no Eartha Kitt.
You shut your
Very
ass
soon.
Boy,
Put your ass
darkness
down.
and
You better watch
so
your mouth.
as we end, you got anything you want to say, Mark?
I just want to say, everyone be safe and guard your peace. Last but not least, Gucci Man won. All right, go ahead.
To the east of him. To the east of him.
To the east of them, I was a beast with him today.
Okay, we was
I
a
was
beast with him.
today.
Okay.
But check this out. All I got to say is, fuck Ramsey. That's from the bottom of my heart.
Okay.
Fuck Ramsey. One time for that purple and gold. We're gonna ride on that ass Friday. What? Lambs? I love lamb chops.
Since I can finally speak now and shit like that. Because y'all know y'all don't let me talk for real sometimes.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
I apologize.
But just harping on what Keno and Mark and some other people say.
I'm not even.
And this was actually a conversation I had with the love of my life not too long ago.
Love of my life.
He's talking about his.
Go ahead.
He's talking about his
My
car.
thing is like with your situation, right? When somebody exposes to you like shit you don't like and stuff like that, you're supposed to take heed to that, right?
Right.
Like if I fucking dip on her for a whole year and shit like that, the only thing I'm expecting if I pull back up or come back around is maybe, especially if I call you at 3 o'clock in the morning, like I'm drunk and I'm trying to smash. The last thing on my mind would probably be to propose. Unless like literally I was in Afghanistan and like I pulled back up or some shit like that in uniform or whatever.
Military lies.
Right, them prison promises overseas.
Trying to get that bigger check in the military. You know how y'all do.
But the thing about it is, once somebody exposes to you some shit that you don't like, and you take the time out to express to them, like this some shit I'm not even cool with, especially even if they ghost you, that's them. They're not going to change. There's no, I'm gonna accept this ring and shit like that, and shit just gonna get better and he's gonna change. No. That's him forever. Whatever gifts he gives you, that's hush money.
Yeah.
That's hush money. That is literally.
Preach, Pastor Bush.
That is literally here. I know I fucked up, but here, take this and shut the fuck up.
Like Kobe did. No,
Oh, man. Hey,
So,
it's not the spirit that he
hold on.
taught us game.
So-
Love you, baby. We're gonna hold you down to the end.
So with that, I feel where Justin come from. I feel where your brother coming from. But I have so much respect for you and your choice. And I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Regardless if this episode upload or not, it's still gonna be on Facebook Live, so you can go back and look at it.
And I respect it.
And
She didn't have to say yes.
I like to thank everybody who came out. I like everybody who spoke and you know had their input that went on the side of the situation today. It's been a very interesting show. It's been good. We transitioning and everything, you know what I'm saying? So as we move forward, we trying to make things better. We trying to do some different things. We're gonna make some things happen.
Make some things happen.
We're trying to get Kelly's Barbershop as a sponsor.
One of these days. That was Keno's Corner.
So I appreciate everybody coming out. Good night.
Community, Kelly's Barber.
Hey, thank y'all. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.